The core of the Republican Party has been against DEI.
Do you not acknowledge that this anti-diversity, anti-DEI thing has been a core tenet of the second Trump administration?
That's not my issue. She said the entire Republican Party.
They're
that's
against
half
DEI.
Of the country.
I'm
not telling me half of the country is racist.
Fine, I'm not saying that they're racist.
She didn't say that. But if you think the anti-DEI thing is racist, that's also,
I haven't given an opinion on DEI. That's not my point. I just think we shouldn't be flippant calling half of the country racist.
Tonight on CNN, what started as a DEI discussion turns into a full-blown accusation that the whole entire Republican Party was racist.
Or to the Republican, and I don't know how many times even...
You think all of them are racist?
Shermichael Singleton steps in and challenges the framing. Because when you say that, what are you saying about millions of voters?
The core of the Republican Party has been against DEI.
Do you not acknowledge that this anti-diversity, anti-DEI thing has been a core tenet of the second Trump administration?
That's not my issue. She said the entire Republican Party.
They're
that's
against
half
DEI.
Of the country.
I'm not
telling me half of the country is racist.
Fine, I'm not saying that they're racist.
She didn't say that. But if you think the anti-DEI thing is racist, that's also,
I haven't given an opinion on DEI. That's not my point. I just think we shouldn't be flippant calling half of the country racist.
I'm saying they support a president and this administration who is against DEI. I mean, that is just the reality. And I don't know how many times
you've worked with Republicans.
I've worked with Republicans, and I don't know how many times even.
You think all of them are racist?
I am not saying they're racist. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm saying they are against diversity.
I'm very confused.
Hold on, I watched this. I want to go.
If they were really against diversity, then they wouldn't have diverse people. Ergo, vis-a-vis, you have Marco Rubio. To respond to the comment that I received earlier, Marco Rubio is just one. There's many, many more ethnic people inside of the Trump administration. There's no debating. I think these people are nuts. Roll it.
Back to this diversity.
But I think when you say anti-diversity, I think most people would say, well, if you're anti-diversity, then you're racist. I think it sounds like
that's not what I said. They do not want diversity. They do not want diversity in their administration.
But I'm just
saying, end of story.
When people hear anti-diversity, I mean, I can
just tell you, people
typically think if you're anti-diversity, then you're probably a racist person.
But why? So then, hold on. So why does the president want diversity in his administration?
You should ask Trump. I don't know. I'm not Trump.
Well, why is the Republican Party for it?
That's a really important statement that you just made. I mean, I'm not sure that even people would go that far. You just suggested that being anti-diversity is equivalent to being racist.
I think many people would see it that way.
Well, this is an administration who has been explicitly anti-diversity. The Department of Defense has
Anti-DEI is different from anti-diversity. I understand what they're trying to say, but they're not saying it. Roll it.
Banned celebrations of Black History Month.
But that's not my quarrel. My issue is
early in the administration,
the entire Republican Party racist.
I'm just saying.
Every single person that voted Republican.
Just to be clear.
Just like, come on. That sounds like BS, and I can't say what I really want to say, but that sounds like BS.
Here's the point. You can debate DEI, you can debate policy. But when the argument becomes half of the country is racist, that's not policy anymore. Roll it.
Manipulate the conversation. I'm not going to let you do that. So what I'm saying is,
this is where it gets uncomfortable. Disagreement isn't racism, and identity doesn't automatically end the debate.
It's not fair. You're trying to manipulate the conversation. I'm not going to let you do that. So what I'm saying is, when he does all of these things, when he does all of these things, just to wrap this up, when he does all of these things and people see it, he doesn't care in the second term because he doesn't need the black vote anymore because he's not running again.
What is this? This guy is out of his mind. Oh yeah, he's crazy. What? That's the Democrats. The Democrats are the only people who pander to a certain ethnicity. Roll it.
Male vote.
Let me let Shermichael have
that Latino male vote.
Well, Anna's right about that.
He had historical numbers.
That's fine.
That I couldn't understand.
That's fine.
He had historical numbers, men and Latino men. That's a shame. And that has gone down a cliff because a lot of it is because these men who gave him a pass on a lot of things and thought he's going to be good for the economy cannot now overlook the racism they are seeing in front of their eyes. The Latino men who voted for him cannot overlook the fact of the racial profiling and the dragging of people that sound like them and look like them through the streets, and of the shooting of U.S. citizens who are Latino just because they happen to look like I do and Sochi does.
Sure. But I think also there's some economic issues. My point here is simply this. You can have whatever gripes you want to have with Trump on race. I'm not debating that. My issue is half of the country vote Republican. You know, a lot of people are Republican. Wait, let me finish, Sochi, please. And I don't like when you cast aspersions against half the country.
That's the difference. Criticize Trump if you want. Have your opinion. But don't smear millions of American voters to win an argument. This has been the Jay Bravado Show.